My daughter's been in a horrific accident. She can't walk anymore. She wants nothing to do with therapy. I said, then we're right up your alley, because she's not even going to know she needs therapy. So the deal I made her was that she was going to have to meet with Dr. Jennifer Crocker, who's an on-board advisor with us. She runs the rehab department at Children's Hospital. And we're going to go over what happened to her and how it's going to work. We fall under hypnosis, so I can't really, some of these kids, I can't tell you exactly what happened to them. So we got Tori to show up at the hospital. Dr. Jennifer Crocker saw her. We got her excited about riding the horse. And if you look directly underneath that picture, where's that horse at? That horse is at Children's Hospital of Central California, or Valley Children's Hospital it is called again. So we were able to walk her out back, put her on a horse at the hospital, so she didn't have time to change her mind. We also got her out at the ranch and started her lessons. As time went on, we noticed different movements and stuff in her legs. Atrophy was going away. I don't know, does anyone not know what atrophy is? Atrophy is when you get hurt and you don't do nothing, your legs tend to go away, your muscles go away, you know, the bigger muscles in your body start to deteriorate. So she had atrophied so bad that her thighs were smaller than her knees. So we noticed that the thighs were coming back. She was doing more movement with her feet, which we knew she could do from the get-go. And after 3 months, I took the bold step of telling her that she is no longer invited to come to the ranch in her wheelchair. You might say that's mean. To some kids it would have been mean, but to Tori, who's a fighter, it was a way of getting her lazy butt out of that wheelchair. So her dad designed her a walker, and she showed up. It was an awesome day. Her mom called me and said they were going to show up. She was bringing a walker. I had about 8 young ladies from Fresno State standing in there. We started the video camera up, and they all died crying, watching her walk in with this walker. Then they all died laughing, watching our other dog, Maggie, trying to take the walker from her because she had balls on the bottom. But it was just a really good thing to see. So we're going to fast forward. That was over 2 years ago. Last year, at the end of July, she went back into the hospital for a good thing. See, Tori would walk because of the atrophy. Her tendons distorted her legs and hips the way she walked. So she would walk like this, and she would drag that foot, and then she would go heel toe. And as you know, that's not a natural way for us to step, heel toe. You can't walk like that and get anywhere fast. So they went in and they cut the 2 bones and they rotated her foot back to straight. And she was able to regain that movement. And then we started a year of heel toe movements. Putting her on the horse bareback with what we call, well, it's called a surcingle, but we've added, it's a training apparatus for horses, but we've utilized it in a different way. We've repurposed it. And that was a way to move her legs with the weight of her body and make her, with her toes just in it, start to bob up and down on her legs. So this motion. So now she's getting strength there. We would make her look like a jockey, bring it way up, and then some days we just let her ride. Put her down and let her cruise around on the horse with people walking alongside her. I did fail to mention though, when I did make that agreement with her that she could come and ride at the horse at the ranch, one of the things I said was that she had to have something to motivate her. In order to have that something to motivate her, she had to give me 10 simple things. And that was 10 simple steps. And it took us 3 months to get her out of a wheelchair, give us 10 simple steps. And she got to ride in the Clovis Rodeo Parade, where she had originally saw us. So, I mean, we get success stories all the time. We're going to go down the line a little bit here. So I want you to go to the middle. Mike in the wheelchair right there. He started out almost a normal young man, walking. He's got the double whammy. He's got spina bifida and autism. So we worked with Michael to get him brave enough to be able to function. Michael is graduated from his program at Fresno Pacific already. We started working with him when he was in high school. Michael has done presentations now. A shy kid that would just climb up around 2 or 3 volunteers now is getting up and talking to people. And he's doing really well. The Down syndrome kids right underneath, we started working with them. Sarah, with the curly hair, was extremely afraid of animals, any animal. It took me 30 minutes to get her to pet Daisy, a feat that no other person was able to do. She'd been to all these therapists. Now, is it me because I'm great and wonderful? No. I had to get her on a horse first, and then I had to teach her verbally how to control that dog. Sit, stay, heel, you know, get the dog to listen to her. Once she saw the dog would listen to her, and she is Down syndrome, she was brave enough to get off, tell the dog what to do, and pet her. The 2 young men, they went with us, or we went with them, I should say. Their dad is a surgeon at Children's Hospital. My wife and I, at that time, were living off a measly $1,400 a month. Now we live off a whopping $1,700 a month, so we're rolling in the dough. Invited us to go to Montana with them. So we went to Montana, leased some horses, and took those 2 young men, I won't say into the backcountry, but it was pretty fun. They got to ride their horses amongst the cattle, cross creeks, which we would call a river here. They actually have water there and this green stuff called grass. It's amazing. The 2 little girls below, they're twins. They have something that is very rare, a genetic disease. You know, I don't know how to explain all of it.
It's like cerebral palsy.
It's like, yeah, it's like cerebral palsy, but it affects them different. And we were able to give them some comfort, build some muscle mass, and help them to enjoy what they were doing. And then the little girl next to them, when she came to us, and she's in the arms of a Fresno State student, when she came to us, it was like a lump. She couldn't hold herself up in her wheelchair. She was strapped up here, helmet on with a strap in the back, and just, you know, not having much success in life when it came to movement. So we put her on the horse with a back rider. So a back rider is somebody that can ride fairly well on a bareback horse. And they hold right here, and they hold right here. And as that horse starts to move, we ask that child to do things. So the back rider will lean forward, sit back, and now if you can imagine, this is the child right here in my hands. And we're going to ask that child to sit up. In that child's mind, they can't do it. It ain't going to happen. So we encourage it. And just when you start to see their struggle and they start to come up, we move the horse. We let inertia take over. Movement and horse therapy is everything. So all of a sudden, this child comes up and may get a tiny boost from some happy fingers that sees this child coming up. And next thing you know, you'll see this big smile. That child just did something they've never done in their life, a reverse sit-up, let alone a sit-up forward. So after a while, we encourage them to go to the hands. And they're afraid of falling forward. So guess what they do? They tighten up their muscles. And they guide themselves down to the hands. My gosh, we're doing sit-ups all over again. And then we encourage them to sit up. And at a certain point, we'll encourage them to do it while the horse is moving. And while they're sitting up, we stop the horse. And guess what? They did it standing still. Another mindset that kicks in and gets them excited. Movement, excitement, endorphins. We're able to get all that into a child's heart and mind and soul and get them to work better to help themselves. And that little girl sitting there in Alex's arms is able to sit on a horse now and sit up on her own. We've got some beautiful videos of her on our Facebook. If you go through and you're going to see some really inspiring videos on Facebook or on our YouTube. And in one video, she's got the biggest smile and she's sitting up on her own. She has her hands out like this. The wind's blowing in her hair. She almost looked as beautiful as me in that video. And then we're going to go down over to the right. We're going to see a little boy with one of our dogs in his lap. He drowned as a 2-year-old, totally normal baby. Crawled a little bit, but not much. When we crawl, it builds muscles, and it puts our hips inside. We're not all put together when we come out of the mom's womb. So, after he drowned, this very handsome little boy never crawled again. And he ended up getting spasms.